I figure I'll just let these guys go.
Yeah, man.
Something kind of zen about this.
Do 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 do.
This is Godus. The 22 cans joint, the Peter Molyneux joint.
Yeah, man.
That is now in early access on Steam for like $20 or something like
I'm
that.
sorry, what?
I dig it.
Kind of feels like it's early access.
I dig it.
It's like 40% access.
Something like that, yeah. They put out the beta, they've pushed an update for it since. And this is how it starts. This is my area of influence here, the bit that's in color. I can kind of go around and see other stuff, but...
I can't hear him anymore. It's like I've gone deaf. Wow.
Whoa.
Can you zoom out more? Whoa. Whoa.
What is what?
What? Okay. Oh.
Wanted me to zoom out, man.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's help these dudes out.
Can you
Okay.
zoom in?
See about starting some kind of civilization or something.
Here we go.
Oh, they're slimmer than I thought. I thought they'd be wider in the shoulder. Whoa.
Did you do that, or did they just...
I did that.
Okay. So wait, they were just going to sit there forever?
Yeah, until I, the god, came along and helped them out.
Okay.
And now they have started a rich system of belief in me helping them out. And I've got this hot scrapbook full of cards.
Oh, this god keeps a scrapbook?
Yeah. So I got one of the 4 things I need to hit a growth period until we get into the next kind of age or whatever from what it seems like.
So these guys are now...
So they've got a clear spot where they can build a settlement.
How'd they get on this island?
Look, man.
What's their backstory here?
They're dudes. I've got belief over here. This is kind of the resource that you earn and spend. I can get belief from just chopping down trees and rocks and stuff.
Those resources also help you your men build things? Like the rocks and the trees?
No,
Okay.
they just need an open space to build stuff.
Okay.
So you don't have like stone and wood meters or anything like that?
Nope. So they eventually fill up, and then you hit the button, and that ships them out. Here we got a land expansion card. So as you kind of get more followers up here, the land that you can control eventually starts to expand.
Was this a randomly generated map?
No,
This is the map?
this is the map. I don't know what the final game will be. Who knows? But
Oh, you're doing that.
I'm doing that.
Oh, you fucked that guy shit up big
Ha-ha.
time.
He had it coming.
He's just looking for a clear spot?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've made him a clear spot.
Yeah. And then he'll do his business?
Yeah.
So he just picks where to put that,
I mean, he finds open spaces
as long
here.
as there's space.
Yeah. I want good flat land, man.
Yeah, I know.
Orderly.
Yeah. How are you controlling that? Like right click, left click kind of stuff?
It's just all just left click. Like it seems almost like kind of touch friendly. I can kind of pull out powers here, and I have sculpt land enabled. You can kind of select stuff that way. So when the flag is up, that means they're full and ready to spit out more dudes.
You're 2 dudes?
Now I'm
2 broke dudes.
4.
Oh, wait. Oh, you got more people?
Yeah.
Okay.
They, you know,
Clone in there?
yeah. There's a cloning machine in here, and they clone more dudes. Did anyone ever tell you where babies come from, Vinny?
Cloning vats.
Yeah.
The doctor tried to explain it, and I just put my fingers in my ears and said, la, 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 la,
So
la.
eventually, these homes will get these little bubbles over them. This is more belief. So I can tap on the house and get 15 more belief out of that. So that's the game.
I like that you said tap instead of click.
Yeah.
I see where you're going.
Yeah. I feel like that's where this is going.
Yeah.
So
I was just about to ask if you could ever lose belief, and then you just lost belief.
I mean, I'm spending it to move
okay,
land.
okay.
So,
Oh, to like perform miracles?
I see.
yeah.
What's that heartbeat?
That's
You played Populous, didn't you?
remember
Come on.
when there was Populous that
Yeah.
had that?
Yeah.
They decided at some point, what if we put that in there?
You remember
It
that?
just happened. I think it's because we're real close to leveling up and earning another card here. So now that we're 6 people, I've got a card. It's more land expansion.
I liked Populous.
Boom. Yeah, Populous is awesome.
In Populous, you could change the terrain as much as you wanted, right?
No, that cost
Oh,
mana as
did it?
well. I
Did
mean,
it?
you know, you just the mana system in that game, like you had to really dramatically reshape the land on a lot of levels to notice that just moving the land was costing you any resource.
There's Belief Bubble.
Populous was the original Peter Molyneux joint, right? Wasn't that the thing that was kind of his claim to fame?
I think that was the first big thing. That sounds right. The first big bullfrog.
That's what he made his name on.
Yeah, I mean that was before your syndicates and whatnot.
Wait, did he do Syndicate?
That was a bullfrog game.
Huh. Magic Carpet.
That was a bullfrog game. No, don't build up there. And eventually bulldoze all that land.
They're doing it again.
Do you lose anything for?
I mean, it cost me belief to reshape this land, but I was going to do that anyway. So.
But not the destruction.
I don't think so. Hell, I don't know.
Hell.
I'm almost out of belief. So it costs belief to spit out dudes out of a home as well.
But you use up a guy to build a home? Like,
no, he goes inside the home.
Did they ever pop back out?
No, not until they fill up over time, generate a flag, and then I click it to make a dude spit out.
Jeff, can you use the mouse to pick one of these guys up and throw him in the water?
No.
I don't want this game.
Double clicking will do larger areas.
But now I've done torn through most of my belief because I'm playing the game slightly faster than it wants me to.
Well, why don't you go into the store and buy more belief?
That doesn't seem to. Eventually, you earn some gems that are up here, and it seems like that is where they will have some kind of store. But none of it seemed to be active just yet.
Oh, but you get belief for breaking rocks and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Too, right? Okay. Forgot. Didn't like that.
Yeah, it's the land moving is kind of finicky.
Yeah, it doesn't look super responsive. Can you extend out the level of land that you're on? Can you extend that out into the water?
Yeah, so I mean, I can drag that out and that out. I can, if I have the land influence, which I eventually will, I can, drag out that section to then drag out that section.
Oh, but you can only break rocks in areas that you have influence?
Yeah.
Got it.
Something kind of relaxing about this.
Yeah, so I played a few hours of it, and eventually expanded all through here and expanded this land out, and had this area. You uncover this little idol thing, and you get kind of 200 belief, I think, for finding that. Eventually got up here. This is where you can get into multiplayer matches. Felt tents, so that just means that we're going to start building better stuff once we find some felt. One felt will give us a felt tent.
Are there animals or something? What is felt? Is it a tree?
So here's a chest. I bet it has felt in it. It does.
Oh, okay. That's where felt comes from.
Treasure chests.
Yeah, felt animal. It's a plant-based, right? Sorry, felt.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how felt is
I
made.
doubt it.
I figured it was just made in chemicals. And
Seems like it. Well, I don't know. Is it cotton or wool?
Well, what's velvet? Yeah.
Giant bomb for all your textile-related needs.
So the dwellings that are built now that we have, that we got that felt and unlocked felt tents will be better.
Your tents don't look very different, though.
These old ones.
Oh, they don't just upgrade?
No.
All the new jacks are going to have felt tents? Man, this neighborhood used to be about canvas tents.
So are any of those cards consumable or have active effects? Or is it all
it's
just...
not really active effects, but they are consumable. Like,
Okay.
we consumed that felt card to unlock felt tents.
Okay. Well...
So if we go deeper into the list here, it says used.
That's not quite what I mean, though. Like, I mean, in that sense...
No, I'm not like clicking to activate or something.
Right, like in that sense,
No.
in that sense, the cards are just a way to exemplify like where you're at on the tech tree, right?
Yeah, and gate progress in different ways.
Right.
So we need one more dude here to level up one more time. We'll get another land expansion. Then you'll be able to see some serious shit now.
All this UI kind of reminds me of early 2000 Flash design. Like the odd angles and the parallelograms and that stuff. Even the book with the dog-eared pages and stuff when you're looking at your cards kind of remind me of that stuff.
The UI looks super early to me. Just like the font uses and stuff. Like I
Here's another chest.
hope it's not final.
Timber.
I feel like that's.
We don't have any recipes that use timber yet, so that'll just sit there until we do.
What's 1 and 2?
That's a a bigger dwelling.
Oh, is that a felt tent? Oh, you just fuck that.
Well, I mean, I want to build it. I'm
Flat.
making this flat,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Why are you so worried about it?
I don't know.
Who cares? I
I think you're maximizing your land space. I'm with you.
I don't get it.
Well, yeah. I mean, plus I have a save game at home that is has done all this already.
Just seems tedious though.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the land movement stuff is tedious.
Did that double click thing actually do anything when it said like you double click to move?
Not really. No!
Oh, more belief. You should get tons of belief when you do that.
Yeah. I believe it.
Is there an advantage to having a bigger dwelling?
They're bigger. They will generate more belief. Larger structures will, when the bubbles appear, they give you more.
I don't know, man. These felt huts don't look so felty. How far did you get in this access?
I mean,
Like, did you build castles?
no. There's like 1 or 2 more structure upgrades that I got, and then you had to kind of move on to another age, and I don't know how deep I would have to get there, but it was deeper than I was willing to go.
Like, if this game went up to like future, spaceships and stuff like that, it might be an interesting journey.
Yeah, it could be.
Seems weird that you have to manually collect the belief from the buildings.
Should pop all these dudes out. You gotta. Yes, the popping the belief seems like a very touchpad-y
Yeah.
thing.
It seemed like almost a curiosity level of, because eventually you've got just tons of structures all the way through here, and they'll all have belief bubbles.
Right.
So you're just kind of tapping them, and as you tap them, it plays a little song. Each one.
Yeah.
See. And it goes on from there.
And you can't hear it anymore.
And they give you a little, whenever your combo breaks on that stuff.
And you summon a Pona.
Yeah. So that was actually kind of dumb what I did right there, because I don't currently have enough flat space for these guys to live.
And then what?
And my belief is running low, so I might not be able to shape enough space, but multiple people will work on dwellings, so it should be okay.
Can you get stuck with like 0 belief and no expansion?
I don't think so. Because these buildings will generate belief. Like you might run into a point where you're waiting for more bubbles. But yeah, like I said, so you eventually make your way up here. They've got fake multiplayer in right now. Or if you click it, you'll fight against AI, and in that there are 2 sets of dwellings. It's not on this map. It goes off to another little area, and you just kind of direct your guys over to the other guys, and then they fight a little bit. And it looks like I didn't unlock any. I unlocked the totem and use that kind of direct people, make them run to the totem, sort of like the Ankh in Populous. But then as this list goes, it becomes, swamp, meteors, Armageddon, that sort of stuff. It's a lot of belief you need, though. So I didn't see any of that stuff. They've got this build gated, I think, at some point too, where it just stops.
Like, congratulations, wait for the full version.
We haven't made that part yet.
Is there a release date for this?
I don't
Or
know.
Projected? Is this free?
No.
No, that was like $20.
$20.
Which, for what you're getting right now,
Little
you better
steep.
have some belief in this thing.
High belief. Do you feel like you'll even go back to your save and
No.
push it further?
I was just to say that save will even carry over to the next build.
Right. Yeah. No, I maybe once it's done, I'll take another look
Sure.
at it. But
Yeah, I'd like to see what their objective is. For,
I mean,
Yeah.
they did quite literally say this is 40% of the final game.
Yeah.
They put the number on it. So imagine 60% more of this.
Again, I think it kind of depends what your goal is, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it's, I don't know that I would say that I really care for the visual style all that much.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you.
And the gameplay doesn't jump out. Like, this seems like, if you're out there going like, I'm gonna get in this game on early access, like if you aren't like just deep into Peter Molyneux and believe that this is obviously going to turn into something amazing, you might just want to wait and see.
Well, it's one of those things.
How this build develops and if it gets to a point where it's a fun game or not, because it doesn't seem like it's there right now. So so unless there's like the gambling aspect of like it's $20 right now, but it'll be $40 later. I don't really see a lot of good reasons to.
Or maybe it'll just be free to play on
get the early access
tablets.
Yeah, like I said, you did earn gems, and the store wasn't there yet. But when you click on it, it opens up and says like store. So
that seems telling.
Yeah.
Early access.
Stacking up that belief.
Early access. Funny when you think about how games, like, think about early days of like GameSpot, right? Where you had the previews and everybody kind of had to be like, well, this game is this, but it's shaping up to be whatever. Now I feel like with early access, there are no more previews. That is just, this game sucks. I'm never coming back. Like, I remember how, even when I was at GameSpot, kind of later, the feeling was like, give it a fair shake, but lean on the side of we don't know quite yet. It could shape up.
Oh, my microphone fell off.
And like,
this is not a good microphone.
Yeah, but nobody was ever asking for money for those early builds of games back then.
Of course, right. But I feel like even the publisher side was like, we don't want to. We want to vet this through the journalism side because we don't trust the public to understand that this game is still in progress.
Well,
it's people who see a lot of unfinished stuff and can kind of look at it and maybe judge if it's going to go somewhere or not. Whereas now they're just straight up asking money for that stuff, and it's a really weird time now with a lot of that. And
very weird. And like I don't know if I blame people for being like, I don't like what I see right now. I'm never coming back.
Yeah, it's still $20. Like, it's still real money. It's not like It's not like you're giving them early money. That's Kickstarter.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. So a lot of it also is kind of uncovering chests. These little, this
confetti.
Little effect here that signifies that there's a chest buried under here. So, when I got up to this level that was way deep, at one point I had to dig like 5 levels out just to get to one of these chests over here somewhere, right there.
Do you have a dig tool, or you're just
you have to pull the land back and then pull the land back out because you want a nice flat space for them to develop on.
That seems tedious.
You kind of have to build stairs here so that they can get up to begin with.
Is there an edge on the map? Can you just stop going out?
I don't know.
At some point.
I'll just keep holding down this button.
Okay.
And see what happens.
Wait, why is that uncovered? That's like. Oh, it's not.
No. That's weird. Maybe that's a bug. I don't know.
Okay, it looks like no more land. Oh, I was kidding. Oh, nope, no more land. Now you're in deep water.
Yeah, looks like it. Oh, well,
Good luck finding your way back home now. Oh. Did you get the name of your world?
I think you can. Oh man, it changes key right there. We just got. Oh, see?
Oh, see? Well.
So if you wanted to drag out the tier that you're on here, it won't automatically drag the ones below it.
No.
You have to do them all manually.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Oh, and you do have to stack it? You
Yeah.
can't just... Maybe that's the double click? Maybe the double click drags stuff below it?
The double click is, so it's like I can right double click to kind of move stuff back, but it's really willy-nilly. It doesn't... I guess I can kind of get it to flow into these spaces to some extent.
Weird.
We should play some Populous.
I wonder how it holds up.
I played the Genesis version relatively recently and enjoyed it.
I tried the Genesis version and could not figure it out, so I'd love to see how to play.
I've never,
Yeah,
I've never saw. I want to see the PC version, like the original. I never saw that. Was there a Super Nintendo version, or just Genesis?
They may have eventually put it out on SNES.
I can't remember which one I played.
Can you guys drown?
They'll eventually die if you don't have if they can't find a open space to build.
Yeah. They'll just wander and die.
They'll wander and die. But like the radius that they'll search is sometimes a little low. So like if I had a guy out here and all the spaces were here, he wouldn't necessarily find them. But before dying.
Have you ever dropped the guy in the water just by getting the land out from under him and make him?
No, I guess not. Well, let's.
Oh jeez. There's a guy around the edge. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Oh yeah. Quicksand. There you go.
And for whatever reason, you click on and it'll say plus 100. I don't really know what I'm doing with that.
When you cannot save them. I guess if you put the land back under them, they would be alive.
Bury him. Bury him.
Nah, that'll just pick them up. I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Those guys are dead.
You're a vengeful god,
They
Jeff.
they floated back up. I guess that was water then. It looked like they were in quicksand. What guys?
Shallow grave.
Oh wait, -50 you got now.
No, it's 50.
Oh, that's 50? I thought it was a -50. Huh. Godus.
I'm kind of bummed there isn't more to the terrain deformation. I mean, granted, this thing's super early, but I assume they're not, like, that part of it probably isn't going to change that much.
Yeah, I would think.
It's like you're moving wet pancakes around.
Playing,
I only want to move wet pancakes into my face.
after playing that, you remember that Ubisoft game from Godus 2 or 3 years ago? Like, that wasn't this kind of game. That ended up being more of a puzzle game than anything. But that kind of terrain deformation in a God game like this would be amazing. Because all the stuff you could do with like water and lava, weird fluid dynamics and stuff in that.
Right. Yes,
that
would be cool.
Love to see like that engine or that stuff applied to this type of game, but sadly this doesn't seem to be that.
Oops.
Do you know what's in that chest? Do you remember?
I don't remember. But, you know, eventually you link these two pieces of land together, you know, after 1 or 2 more expansions. But maybe if I hadn't killed those guys, we would be a little closer to that.
Oh, you got 1 billion people.
Yeah, I got people ready to go, so. Anyway, that's kind of it. You know, once I got up to this highland up here, there were some wolves. And they didn't animate. They just kind of moved around the landscape, which was funny. And, you know, if you had a dude out building, sometimes the wolf would come along and scare them away, and they'd go take off running. So it'd be harder to build stuff. But I couldn't figure out a way to fight the wolves. I eventually got a wild man for playing the first multiplayer match, but it didn't necessarily specify what the wild man was for.
I guess I should go just read what the intention is here. For this game. I'm sure it says somewhere what the goal it will be.
They've got some stuff in here, you know. You know, beta updates and what they've done so far.
God of Gods mechanic, because we need a stable server-based world. Oh, I see. Okay. I get it.
Well, that didn't. All right. I don't know.
Well, thanks, Jeff.
Yeah. Thank
Ricky.
you guys.
Thanks, Ricky.
Yay.
Yeah. Bow before Ricky.
The great and terrible.